Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand.
Good morning again. I hope you are having that amazing day, evening, afternoon, whatever time. Good morning, Corinna. How are you? Are the sun singing and the birds shining? I see your little icon there. So again, I always have that gratitude where it's like, okay, I have a reason to like stop, take a breath in the morning, all that wonderful stuff. But I was also thinking about how easy it is for us to get out of our good habits, such as something like this, because, we have these built-in forgetters and we start thinking, it's like, is it really worth the time? And this is where I'm saying, if you do like yoga, good morning, Maureen. If you do something positive, anything positive for yourself, not just this, is what I mean. But it's like, we wonder over time, is this really doing any good? So we don't have the ability to look back and see what it would be like if we didn't do this. Or it's almost like a diabetic sometimes, wondering, it's like, is this, is the insulin really doing anything? I don't feel any different because we have that built-in forgetter. So it's just that reminder that it's like sometimes it's just natural for us. We have a built-in forgetter. We forget about pain. We forget about things like that. And so it's easy to stop doing what's good for us. And the humidity. So good morning, Maureen. Yeah, our windows are completely fogged up. I went downstairs to get my coffee. Ooh, I still have some in there. So what are we doing? We're taking our insulin. We are taking our antibiotic against the rest of the world. We're working against that infection that goes out there, and we're working against that spiritual infection. That's what it is. Listening to the cards, like they're the sounds of the ocean, and that's like that light switch that says, oh, let's take a breath. Feet flat on the floor, butt doing the kitty dance, nice and comfortable. Checking where the shoulders are, where the neck is. Excited to be going up to Hagerstown to do readings tonight, as usual. Where I get to see where other people's shoulders are. So, we are checking in with the universe. Or as I like to say, this is where the universe holds up a mirror and asks us, what do we see? And we're going to use the tarot for that reflection. Just to see if there's any tips or tricks or any angers or resentments that we're holding on to. And maybe if we talk about them in the morning, now, or wherever you are, maybe if something would normally trigger us, if we've already looked at our anxiety, then maybe instead of being triggered, we'll just walk away and go take an extra breath. So that's part of that insulin for us. Part of that cure. And that cure doesn't take any Medicare and doesn't cost anything. Except in my case, the price of like 140 tarot decks. So, here we are. We have our 3 stacks, each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea, and if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path, this stack is a totally different conversation, and this stack is going to take us in a totally different direction. And this morning, let's see, let's take the bottom stack and take that breath. I have somebody asking me, texting me, has the times changed for the morning meditation? Let me text her. It's a friend of mine. Watch me do this. I'm going to let her know that we're all on here. Good morning, Ginger. Where's she at? Hello, Holly. I'm texting somebody. We are all on here waiting for you, Ginger. It still happens at 7:15, period. Miss you. Look at that. Hope you're doing well, Holly. So we picked the bottom stack, which I like to think of as things that are underneath that might be influencing us and we don't even know it. So let's do our 3 and 1. And we'll flip each card over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. Which this is always exciting for me. So the first card, we have the 7 of Cups. Ooh, what I like to think of as the least grounded card in the deck. Look at this guy. All these choices. See, look at that. See that? That is money right there. We have possible relationships. Ooh, there's scary stuff up here and castles and homes. We have that laurel reef. This is when we kind of like daydream and we're thinking about all these things, shoulda, coulda, woulda, and wishing. And so cups are our emotions, our spirituality, and our feelings. 7s are all about potential and drive and ambition. But this is that whole thing about potential where we get distracted because we're looking up so much. Maybe we're not looking at what's right in front of us. To the 6 of Coins. And now this is about as grounded as you can get. So coins are our home, health, finances, and all the things that do keep us grounded. And so we see here, we have this merchant who is doing well, and he's actually giving money out because 6s are about harmony and improvement, things getting better, and he's handing out the money. So sometimes we need to just see if, sometimes we might be the person down here who we've reached a 6 because somebody is actually helping us. Other times we've gotten past 5s, which are always a struggle. And that means that we can remember and have a little bit of gratitude. So this is one of those things where we're distracted until something brings us back to reality. And the reality is that we live in a world with other people. Which leads us to the Hermit, and this is our major. So with the Hermit, what does that mean? The Hermit is when we take time to contemplate things. We not only become grounded, but we're looking at where we came from. Here we had all these hopes and dreams and everything else, which are not very grounded. Then we have the reality of the 6 of Coins, which means that we have to work. We have to do what we need to do. Again, because the 5 of Coins is about our health and our finances and things like that. And it's a challenge to get over that hill of the 5 of Coins so that we can appreciate. It's that reality that wakes us up to the 6 of Coins. And then using the Hermit. This is where we look back on where we came from. How we start out, we always need some type of an aspiration or a dream, something we want to manifest before we go through the realities and then realizing that sometimes what we wanted, what we thought we wanted, sometimes there's things we thought we wanted, relationships or a particular house, and then we become grounded and we find out that we were upset over nothing because we're better off that we didn't get what we wanted. And we become grounded again. And then we learn from this. And so the Hermit is about going to the mountain, stopping, becoming grounded, contemplating, and learning from where we came from. And here's the advice card. And the advice card. So this deck, I have not done as reversals. But here we have either we have what Levi said was a man dancing, or we have what is actually the Hanged Man. So what is the Hanged Man? The Hanged Man is about acceptance, sacrifice. It's about seeing things a different way. But sometimes we get so caught up in what we want that we don't realize what we really need. And so we don't want to just wait. We don't want to be the hermit. We don't want to be that patience. So today, it's about taking a look at the things that, what is it that we might be discontented with? Why are we wishing for other things than what we have? That's a positive thing. I eventually want to move into a nice Victorian house and all this other stuff. We really do. We're looking. But while making a nest here and enjoying what we have here, so that we're enjoying the Six of Coins, we're giving, we're receiving, and we're contemplating and we're learning so that we can be content. And then that way we take the advice card and we flip the advice card around, which says it's important to have goals and dreams, but we also need to be grounded. We need to be patient, be willing to sacrifice today for what we want tomorrow. So it's about being able to sacrifice today for what we want tomorrow. So things will go in that direction. And what deck is this? This is the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot. Isn't it pretty? Found you. I was looking at Facebook. Oh, here I am. Everybody, this is Ginger. She's amazing and wonderful. And she owns Soul Aura in Frederick. So when you fly in to maybe get a reading from me, meet me up at Soul Aura in Frederick. She's amazing. But today is about being grounded and taking a look at what we wish for and what we really need. What we want and what we need, and then looking back and just realizing again, so that we're doing the advice card, not feeling like things aren't moving as fast as we want. Because I tell you what, if we got everything we wanted when we wanted it, probably still wouldn't make it. It sounds good, but it's about enjoying what we have and then contemplating on grounding ourselves for a realistic future. So with that, I'm going to enjoy the car that I have right now. I'm going to enjoy the house that I have. I'm going to enjoy the relationship that I have because it's making me remember the gratitude. And then also make plans with Mina for where we're going to go in the future and keeping it grounded. Have that amazing, amazing day. Thanks again, everybody. Take care, and I will see you again tomorrow. I will. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm excited. Take care, everybody.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, run around the stories we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance.